say definition. What is your understanding about the color? Okay, here as well I want to share with you uh, the symbol that you commonly see on the road. Okay, this one, all this signage. Okay, by just looking on this signage, okay, we already know, okay, this signage already communicate with us what the action that we should take in order to follow the signage uh, pictures. Okay, for example, if you see this, okay, the radioactive, so you know this kind of signage is really dangerous, so you take a really safety precaution in order to prevent this kind uh, of circumstances. Okay, so nowadays with the social media technology, okay, everybody is communicate by your fingers, not your mouth. Okay, nowadays I can say the communication is not from your mouth, but from your fingers. Okay, so nowadays we have a lot of media, as you can see on my screen. Okay, the next slide. Okay, actually I want to show with you one videos. Okay, one video, but I think later on when you I will upload this slide on the inside the e-learn, so later you can download and then you can watch the video. Okay, because if I open here I cannot you cannot hear the voice. Okay, so this one I think the introduction about the communication in quality management system. Okay, as I said before, this one we can say is a TQM model. Okay, total quality management system. Okay, I think for the culture and commitment part, so you already seen this diagram. Please pay attention on this TQM model, because for quality management system, this model is really important for you to understand. Okay, as you can see in this TQM model, okay, for the triangle diagram, okay, we already talked about the culture, we already discussed about the commitment. Now we want to discuss about the communication factors in TQM model. As you can see, this uh, triangle diagram connected the teams, tools, and the system. And inside this diagram is the whole process involved for customer and supply demand. Okay, here I think I share one video with you. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can hear or not the sound of this video, but you can see inside the video here. Okay, I want to share with you uh, how the bad communication ruins a good relationship. Okay, see, this one is about 2 minutes video. Okay, I think later you can watch this video in order to get some ideas. What is the bad communication, what is the good communication? Okay, what is the consequences if we comply the bad communication in organization or inside the companies? Okay, I hope later you can go through this video. I do really hope you go through this video. Okay, uh, I want to share, I think, one this slide with you. Okay, uh, I want to get your attention, okay, about what is the good uh, communication criteria, or what is the communication criteria uh, to become a good quality management system. Okay, I give you this for example. Okay, this one, no, I not any political interest, no any interest at all. Okay, just I want to show you how uh, this figura, like how this figura or example shows their communication skills. Okay, so I give you one example. This one is our the top one is our Malaysian former prime minister. Okay, what is his communication criteria or tools? Okay, uh, for this former Malaysia Prime Minister, okay, his kind of communication skill is a very brave, okay. His voice very loud in United Nation, and then he, communicate without any text. Okay, that's the things that we should learn from this leader as well. uh, this Malaysian former prime minister have the very far ahead thinking and vision. Okay, and then when we talk about the communication, it's not easy to convince people to get by with your ideas. Why? This kind of communication skills. Okay, and as you can see at the right side, okay, I think everybody know. Okay, now is currently, okay, currently is a US president, Donald Trump. Okay, but I think he lost in the recent presidential election in US. Okay, it's still not. Still fight until now, and then he claiming that he would be cheated, and then manipulation in the voting system and etc. But don't care about that. But I want to highlight what his communication skills that you learn. Okay, his style is outspoken. He doesn't care what people say. He just want to give the opinion. Okay. Meanwhile, when you can see the Jack Ma, okay, the founder of Alibaba Group companies, okay, what his communication styles, okay, uh, his communication style is very intuitive. Meaning intuitive meaning that he always talk about the ideas. Okay, very high visions leaders. Okay, and then he try to uh, communicate with you something like inspiring people. Okay, this how check my communication skill. Okay, meanwhile, as you can see, I think now not the richest man in the world anymore. Okay, maybe second. Okay, the second richest man in the world is Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft Corporation. Okay, Bill Gates, as you can see, he don't likes publicity. He don't likes to talk with the publics, but he always give his opinion, his communication through some message, through written message. Okay, just posting in the magazines, in the Twitters, in the Facebook, and then as well he also address his message using the simple videos to the staff and as well to their customers. Okay, but so far Bill Gates not something like the media figure in order to like Donald Trump, like our a Malaysian former prime minister, about how they deliver their ideas through communication. Okay, as you know, Bill Gates and Jack Ma is very successful businessman, but you can see how the political leader and then the industries leaders communicate. Okay, political uh, leaders, they have their own strategy how they want to communicate. Meanwhile, for industrious leader, they need to very how I say innovative in order to convey their message in term of communication. Okay, uh, I want to give some highlight here. Okay, the good communication is the key to quality improvement. Okay, I want to bring your attention again here. Okay, I want to explain in details. Okay, but for example, in one organization or one big companies, okay, the quality management coordinator, or normally we call it as a quality management manager or QMM. Okay, in industries. Okay, this kind of people is responsible to deal, okay, to deal with the top management, to deal with the quality council or quality department QC, and then this QM coordinator need to talk with the middle management, managers, supervisors, and engineers, and then this quality manager as well need to talk with supervisors and others employees. Okay, therefore, as I say in the beginning, okay, the task of the quality manager is not easy at all. Okay, because you need to communicate with different level of how I say the level of hierarchy in the organization. For example, imagine you are become a QM coordinator. Okay, you need to strategize how to talk with your top management. Okay, if you talk with top management, you cannot be directive communication. What's the meaning of directive communication? Directive meaning that you are give just instructions. Okay, but when you talk with top management, you should talk with the ideas about the solution. Okay, let's say if you want to talk with quality control department, quality council, okay, you need to strategize how to talk with them. Okay, and other example, if you want to talk with middle management, supervisors, and other employees, you must have your own strategy and the way of communication. Okay, this is really important. Okay, for you to understand. Okay, the communication is uh, the ultimate skill that you need in order to become a success leaders or success entrepreneurs, success bosses or managers in the future. Okay, nowadays, okay, if you can see in the I'm not sure in the real practices, but I always follow in social media. Okay, how this kind of how I can say that the SME, small medium enterprise entrepreneurs. Okay, they using the social media as a platform to communicate. Okay, although they don't although they didn't have a good skill in communication, but they try to sell their product by using this kind of platform. This is another way how we can communicate with other potential customers in order to attract them to buy our products. Okay, this one I think I already mentioned about the directive, so you need to understand this slide uh, thoroughly. Okay, that's why I put star, because meaning that if I put star, it shows that's really important for you. Okay, of course, when you're working in any kind of place in the world, there is always have a opposition uh, in order when you communicate each others. Okay, I give you a simple example in meeting. Okay, you become a chair for that meeting, and then your colleagues or your subordinates uh, not argue with your opinions or your suggestion. Okay, this kind of things always happen in the meeting. So you as a as a quality manager or a leader, so you need to know how to tackle this kind of opposition or disagreement during the discussion. Okay, so later we discuss about it. Okay, here is the something that I give you, quite a real example. Okay, when you talk about when you communicate, when you give suggestion, when you give ideas, there are some a group of people. Not I can I It might be big or it might be small group of people. Okay, who always talking at the back. Talking at the back, not meaning that they sit at the back inside the meeting room, but they're always talking about you, talking about your opinion or suggestion after the meeting itself. So here is the example. What are the bosses up to now? Okay, and then this kind of terms that people use in order to oppose their leaders or their colleagues' ideas. Change over my dead body. This is, I think, very harsh words. Okay, Okay, this one I want to share you. There are four principal ways of communicating. Okay, maybe more, but I just extract the important principle in order how the way we can communicate. Okay, uh, I want to bring your attention or your interest here. Okay, uh, people can remember. Sorry, people can remember 10% what they have read, 20% what they hear, 30% what they see, 40% what they hear and see. Okay, this one, how the people can absorb the information through different kind of communicating ways. Okay, first they read, they get 10%. Okay, 20% when they hear the information, and then 30% what they see uh, from the information, and then 40% the combination between hear and see. Okay, all right. Okay, now I want to share with you the the way how we can communicate with people. Okay, of course, number one is by verbal. Okay, verbal is not easy to communicate with people. Okay, because sometimes people can get your ideas, sometimes the people might mislead your idea. So therefore, for verbal communication, you must be practice and practice. Okay, to be honest with you, before I during my undergraduate, my English is not so good. But when I enter in the private industries about 3.5 years, okay, my bosses, my staff, my my clients, okay, mostly from international. Therefore, I need to push myself and train myself in order to improve my verbal communication, in order to communicate with them in English. Okay, and number two is the written. Okay, written everybody know. Written we can write any long essay, short essay, or very short memo. Okay, I think written is powerful tools in order to communicate with people. Okay, for example, for example here, uh, if you just wrote on the board, just get well soon, and then people who are seeing this kind of message, they feel so happy because they know other people take care about him or her. Okay, the third one is the visual. Okay, the visual I can say as I used the traffic signage before. Okay, from the visuals itself can communicate with you what you should do and what the information that you can obtain from the visuals. Okay, the next is the example. Okay, normally this kind of examples, uh, when you do something, actually you are communicating with people. Okay, I want to give you example. Okay, I want to give you one example. Okay, normally in meeting, I always come 10 minutes or 15 minutes earlier. Okay, normally if I become a chair of the meeting, I always come earlier, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, and I didn't mention about it during the meeting. But if your colleagues, if your subordinates, if your student see you doing this every time you come to the meeting, so coincidentally, okay, they will follow because you know, oh, okay, actually, if Dr. Khairul chair a meeting, I must attend earlier, okay, before the meeting starts. That's I think a good the good example that I can give to you, how from the example of action that we take can even communicate with the peoples. Okay, as I want to share with you as well, there's some methods of communication for quality improvement. Okay, This one I takes from my experience. Okay, when I working in private sector about 3.5 years. Okay, the some methods I can share how to improve the quality management system. Okay, normally in the factories or industries, okay, there is something like a suggestion scheme or suggestion box. Okay, why we do this? Okay, sometimes your staff or your colleagues or your peers, okay, is might is shy. I cannot use that word shy, not brave enough to voice up their ideas or their message. Therefore, normally in the company, they are prepare one suggestion box, and then the staff or employees can put their suggestion inside the box, and then the HR will take up the suggestion, and then the top management will go through all this suggestion given by the staff. Okay, number two is that the other things that we can do in order to improve, we can conduct one department talks. Okay, department meanings that, for example, during my time I working in the R&D department. Normally my manager always do the weekly discussion among us in order to understand what is the problem of the R&D department. What is the problem for each project that given to the engineers, to the supervisor and others. Okay, uh, number three is the poster campaigns. Okay, poster campaigns, as far as I know, for private sector I didn't see it, but when you go something like the academic institutions, government institutions, they did a lot of poster campaigns, okay, in order to communicate. Like now, COVID-19 pandemic, okay, uh, if you can, if you go around, okay, you can see there is a lot of posters stated that please make sure you make 1 meter distance. Okay, please take care your physical distance. Okay, please wear your mouth. Please wear your facial mask. Okay, please wear the glove or whatever. Okay, just by putting the posters, so the poster already communicate with the peoples. Okay, induction and vocational training. Okay, this one normally for the people who have the supervisors and supervising. Okay, normally I can say something like this one, like one to one communication. Okay, induction and vocational training normally involve something like more related to engineering area. Okay, uh, point of the works reminder. Okay, actually, this kind of the things I implement until now. Okay, why I say so? Because everything that I want to do, I need to put somewhere. Sometimes on my computer, I have a lot of stickers. Just want to remind me, okay, you should do this by this date. You should do this before this line, and then your boss asks you to do this. You need to submit this document to them and others. Okay, for me, instead of I have my own Google Diary, I always paste the sticky note on my computer. If I put the sticky note on my computer, meaning that I need to do it as soon as possible. Okay, competition. Okay, competition. Something like we can make competition among staff. Okay, what is the competition means? Okay, competition means in this particular cases not refers to the bad competition, something like you are envy with your colleagues, you are feeling not good with your colleagues. No, this competition meaning that let's say for that particular month you have something like the most innovative suggestion day, for example. And then sometimes when the employees give the suggestion, we need to give reward to them, okay, in order to appreciate their suggestion. That's what we can say the competition. Okay, a prize, formal, and presentation. I think these are common in the organization. Okay, demonstration and exhibition. I think this are part of as well the communication skill. Okay, this will provide you space. They will provide you a space in order to communicate with the people from the demo or exhibition. Okay, opinion or attitude service. I think this one is not uh, how can I say widely practiced in the industries. Okay, because opinion or attitude service is very difficult to do that because uh, each staff or each employee have their own attitude of thinking. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Okay, uh, this video, okay, covers all the topics in the communication, and later on Tuesday, okay, on Tuesday, not Tuesday actually, after this video, okay, after this video, I will post something like the reflection session or essay. Okay, you need to answer my question, okay, and submit to me and upload in the e-learning portal. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video because although this video is short, this contain a lot of information for you, because for communication I cannot teach through slide. Okay, I need teach you through the situation. Okay, that's why the later on when there's reflection session, I will give you one questions, and then you need to reflect and then answer the question. The question you can refer in the e-learning portal after you watch this video for the first hour of the class. Thank you very much.